Welcome to the Storyteller, the place where every word is a journey, every story is an adventure, and every lesson has the power to change the way you think, feel, and live. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary, a quality that shapes champions, legends, and those who refuse to give up. I'm talking about mental toughness, the unshakable strength of the mind, the power that lets you push through pain, doubt, and fear, the invisible force that turns ordinary humans into unstoppable athletes of life. So, settle in, take a deep breath, and let your mind open. By the end of this story, you'll understand how to train your mind like an athlete, how to turn obstacles into stepping stones, and how to discover the silent power that's been inside you all along. This is your journey into mental toughness. Chapter 1: The Psychology of Mental Toughness. There comes a moment in every person's life, a moment when you hit a wall. Not a wall made of bricks or steel, but a wall inside your mind. It's the wall of doubt, the wall of exhaustion, the wall that whispers softly, maybe this is too much, maybe you're not enough. Most people stop there. They turn away and they settle for comfort. But the ones who rise, the ones who step forward when fear is shouting in their ears, those are the people who understand the truth about mental toughness. Mental toughness isn't about never feeling pain. It's about feeling it, acknowledging it, and choosing to move forward anyway. Chapter 1 continued. You see, your mind is like a muscle. It grows stronger when challenged, stretched, and pushed beyond what feels comfortable. And just like an athlete trains their body with relentless repetition, you can train your mind with deliberate practice, with intention, with focus. Every time you face a challenge and refuse to quit, every time life throws something heavy at you and you stand tall, your mental endurance grows, your resilience sharpens, and slowly, invisibly, you become unstoppable. Pain is the catalyst. Pain, everyone fears it. But pain isn't your enemy. Far from it. Pain is proof that you're moving forward. Pain is the body and mind's way of saying, you are growing, you are alive, you are pushing your limits. Think about an athlete running their last mile. Their lungs burn, their legs ache. Every fiber of their being is screaming for them to stop. And yet, they push. One more step, then another, because they understand that growth lives beyond comfort. The same principle applies to life. When rejection hits, when failure stings, when self-doubt creeps in, those are your mental sprints. Those are your tests. And passing them, that's how champions are made. The inner voice. Every human has two voices inside. One says, you've done enough. Quit now. The other whispers, one more step, one more try. You've got this. The difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary is which voice you choose to listen to. Mental toughness starts with mastering that inner conversation. When life gets heavy, your mind will negotiate with you. It will try to convince you to stop. But your purpose, your mission, your vision, they're the quiet, steady voice that says, keep going. Mirror, mirror. There comes a moment when every athlete, every dreamer, every fighter stand in front of the mirror and asks, do I really have what it takes? This isn't a question of skill or talent. It's a question of will, because deep down, the answer is already there. It's been inside you all along. Mental toughness is not built under applause. It's built in the shadows, in those lonely hours when no one is watching, when the world has turned away, when pain is your only company. It's in choosing discipline over comfort. It's in showing up even when you feel broken. That's the quiet power of a resilient mind. Control your reactions. Mental toughness does not mean ignoring fear, sadness, or frustration. It means controlling how you respond. When an athlete loses a match, they don't collapse in despair. They analyze, they learn, they adapt, they prepare for the next challenge. Life is no different. When things go wrong, don't spiral. Pause, reflect, decide, rebuild. Every setback is a lesson. Every failure is an opportunity to grow. Self-talk shapes your destiny. The words you speak to yourself. shape your reality. I can't plant seeds of weakness. I will plant seeds of power. Champions understand this. They train their minds as carefully as their bodies. They guard their thoughts. They feed themselves encouragement, discipline, and vision because you cannot perform like a winner if you think like a loser. Endurance of the soul. True toughness is quiet. It doesn't boast. It doesn't need recognition. It's waking up every day and choosing to fight, choosing to grow, choosing to pursue excellence, even when motivation has left the room. This is the power of mental toughness. This is the invisible force that drives the extraordinary. Your mind is the ultimate weapon. Train it, stretch it, challenge it, because the stronger your mind, the freer your life. Chapter 2, the struggle mindset. Like an athlete, there's a saying in sports. The game isn't won in the stadium, it's won in the mind. And it's true, because while your body can be trained, your mind can either be your greatest ally or your most relentless enemy. Mental toughness begins with struggle, not the struggle we choose, but the struggle life throws at us. The obstacles, the setbacks, the failures, the doubts. An athlete knows this better than anyone. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They train in the rain, in the cold, in the heat. They embrace the grind because they know that growth does not come from comfort. The mindset of struggle is not a curse. It is the training ground for greatness. When you face challenges, when life tests you beyond your limits, your mind begins to sculpt itself. It learns resilience. It learns patience. It learns strategy. Every champion has faced moments where giving up seemed easier. Every great mind has had nights filled with doubt. The difference? They trained themselves to push past it. They cultivated a mindset that turns struggle into opportunity. Pain is a teacher. Pain is not your enemy. It is your teacher. Every failure, every rejection, every setback is a lesson disguised as hardship. Athletes understand this. When their body aches, their muscles scream, and their energy is drained, they still push because they know the lesson lies in effort. Life works the same way. When your dreams seem impossible, when obstacles tower over you, embrace the pain. Learn from it. Let it refine your mind and strengthen your resolve. Discipline over desire. Mental toughness thrives on discipline. Athletes wake up before sunrise, not because they feel like it, but because discipline drives them. The human mind is wired to seek comfort. It prefers ease, rest, and indulgence. But comfort will never produce greatness. The struggle mindset teaches you to do what is necessary, even when it is uncomfortable, even when the easier path beckons. You train your mind to obey purpose, not impulse. You build endurance not just in body, but in spirit. Visualization, the athlete's secret. Every champion knows the power of visualization. They see the finish line before they cross it. They imagine the victory in vivid detail. They replay every move, every strategy, every scenario, over and over in their mind. Your mind cannot distinguish between imagined effort and actual effort. When you train your mind with clarity and intention, you are already halfway to success. Struggle becomes easier to bear when you've already envisioned the triumph at the end. The turning point. Every story of greatness has a turning point. That moment when persistence beats doubt, when courage defeats fear. An athlete may fall 100 times, face injury, disappointment, and despair. But each fall is not defeat. Each challenge is a test of will. Your mind becomes stronger not in moments of comfort, but in moments of extreme challenge. It's the struggle, the grind, the late nights and early mornings that shape the unbreakable mind. Commitment to the process. Mental toughness is not about instant results. It's about a lifelong commitment to the process. An athlete does not win the championship in one day. It's built over years, day by day, rep by rep, challenge by challenge. You must adopt the same approach. Train your mind every day. Push through the struggle. Embrace the challenge. Because the mind that perseveres is the mind that conquers life. Chapter 2 takeaway. Remember this. Struggle is not punishment. It is preparation. Pain is not a setback. It is the signal that you are growing. Discipline is not a burden. It is your superpower. And every time you embrace struggle, you train your mind to become stronger, sharper, unyielding, like an athlete who refuses to quit, like a champion who is born not from luck, but from relentless persistence. Chapter 3: Pain, Pressure, and Perseverance. There is a moment in life when everything seems to collapse around you. The world feels heavy. Your body is exhausted. Your mind is screaming for relief. Your heart questions, why me? That is the moment that defines you, not the easy days, not the victories handed to you, but the days when pain, pressure, and doubt press down like a weight too heavy to lift. And yet, those moments are not your enemy. They are your forge, the furnace where ordinary minds are transformed into mental steel. Pain is a mirror. Pain is often misunderstood. It's not punishment. It is a mirror reflecting your limits, your fears, and your potential. Athletes experience this every day. A sprinter feels their legs burning at mile 6. A boxer feels fists pounding through exhaustion. A swimmer's lungs scream in the final lap. And yet they keep going because they understand one truth. Pain is temporary. The strength gained from enduring, it is permanent. Life is no different. Every challenge, setback, and heartbreak is your training ground. Every time you endure the pressure and refuse to quit, you are building resilience, mental muscle. Pressure reveals character. Pressure is not a curse. It is a test. When life squeezes you from every side, you discover what you are truly made of. Pressure separates the weak from the strong, the average from the exceptional. Athletes thrive under pressure. They feel the weight of expectation. And instead of cracking, they focus. They turn tension into fuel, stress into strategy, and anxiety into action. Your mind can do the same. Pressure is not a signal to stop. It is a signal to rise. The perseverance mindset. Perseverance is more than persistence. It's a mindset. It's waking up day after day, even when the world doubts you, even when your own mind is tired, and saying, I will finish. I will endure. I will prevail. Athletes like Serena Williams, Michael Jordan, and Muhammad Ali didn't achieve greatness without pain and pressure. They endured defeats, injuries, and ridicule. They experienced moments when giving up seemed inevitable, and yet they persevered. Why? Because they understood that mental toughness is forged through struggle, not comfort. Training your mind for pressure, just as you train your body for peak performance, you can train your mind for pressure. One simulates stress. Athletes practice under conditions that mimic competition. You can recreate challenges in your life. Mental exercises, difficult decisions, intense focus. To train your mind to remain calm under pressure. 2. Positive visualization. Imagine yourself succeeding under extreme conditions. See the outcome. Feel the victory in your mind before it happens. 3. Reframe challenges. Pressure isn't a problem. It's an opportunity. Pain isn't a signal to quit. It's proof that you're growing. 4. Control breathing and focus. Mental toughness thrives on control. Calm your body. Steady your thoughts and channel energy into action. Stories of quiet perseverance. Consider the marathon runner who collapses before the finish line, only to push themselves forward, step by step. The weightlifter who strains under a record-breaking lift, their body screaming, their mind commanding, and the barbell rises. The student who fails the exam, but studies harder and rises stronger the next year. All these moments share one truth. Mental toughness is the ability to endure, to withstand, to persevere even when everything inside you says, stop. The invisible strength, pain and pressure shape the invisible. The strength you carry within cannot be measured in trophies or medals. It is measured in the quiet determination, the relentless mindset, and the unwavering belief that you will not be defeated. This invisible strength fuels action. It fuels courage. It fuels the ability to rise when life knocks you down. And here's the ultimate lesson. You don't need life to be fair. You don't need conditions to be perfect. You only need the will to endure. Chapter 3 takeaway. Pain is not your enemy. Pressure is not your obstacle. Perseverance is your superpower. Every challenge you face is training. Every failure is a lesson. Every hardship is an opportunity to grow stronger than you were yesterday. Mental toughness is built one step at a time, one choice at a time, one moment at a time. Embrace the struggle. Endure the pressure. Persist with unwavering determination, because those who persevere become unstoppable. Chapter 4: The Training of the Mind. The mind is like a muscle, and just like your body, it cannot grow stronger without training. You wouldn't expect an athlete to run a marathon without preparation. You wouldn't expect a weightlifter to lift a record without practice. And yet, so many people expect themselves to endure life's pressures, challenges, and setbacks without training the one thing that governs it all: the mind. Mental toughness is a skill. It's not magic. It's not a trait reserved for the lucky few. It's a craft, honed daily, deliberately, and with purpose. Step 1: Awareness of thoughts. The first step in training your mind is awareness. Your mind is always speaking. There's a constant inner dialogue, a conversation between doubt and courage, fear and faith, weakness and strength. Most people don't notice it. They let their thoughts dictate their actions, reacting automatically to life's challenges. The mentally tough don't. They observe their thoughts. They question them. They decide which ones deserve power and which ones must be discarded. Step 2: Repetition builds resilience. An athlete lifts the same weight over and over. They practice the same moves repeatedly. Why? Because repetition creates muscle memory. The mind works the same way. When you practice calm under stress, when you repeat affirmations of strength, when you confront fear daily, your mind learns resilience. Resilience isn't built in a single moment of courage. It's built in the thousands of moments when you choose to persist, when you choose to push, when you choose to rise instead of surrender. Step 3: Embrace discomfort. Comfort is the enemy of growth. A mentally tough person seeks out discomfort. They wake up early. They train harder. They face tasks others avoid. Why? Because growth lives in the discomfort zone. Every challenge you willingly face today prepares you for the inevitable storms of tomorrow. Every moment you push yourself beyond what feels easy makes your mind stronger, sharper, more unbreakable. Step 4: Visualization and mental rehearsal. Champions don't just act, they imagine. They see themselves succeeding before it happens. They mentally rehearse the victory, the steps, the obstacles, the outcome. This isn't fantasy. It's training. When your mind has already experienced the challenge and victory, your body performs with confidence and precision. You can do the same in life. Visualize the outcomes you desire. Feel the emotions of success in advance. Prepare your mind for the inevitable pressures. Step 5: The power of discipline. Discipline is the backbone of mental toughness. It's waking up even when motivation has vanished. It's working when the world is asleep. It's choosing the hard right over the easy wrong. Athletes don't rely on fleeting motivation. They rely on discipline. Discipline is the bridge between desire and achievement. Every time you honor your commitments, even when it's inconvenient, even when it hurts, you are training your mind. You are strengthening your will. You are building your unstoppable foundation. Step 6: Reflection and growth. Training the mind also requires reflection. Every day offers lessons. Every failure, every setback, every triumph is an opportunity to analyze, learn, and adapt. Athletes watch the tape. They review performance. They identify weaknesses. They correct mistakes. Your mind responds to the same process. Reflect, learn, improve. This cycle turns every challenge into a stepping stone toward mastery. The athlete's mind in daily life. You may not be on a sports field, but life is full of mental competitions, facing deadlines, overcoming personal fears, navigating relationships, managing stress and uncertainty. These are mental challenges. Treat them like training. Treat each moment as an opportunity to strengthen your mind, and you will be ready for whatever life throws at you. Chapter 4 takeaway. Mental toughness is built, not born. It is forged through awareness, repetition, discomfort, visualization, discipline, and reflection, you have the power to train your mind. You have the ability to become unstoppable. You can cultivate the resilience, focus, and courage that champions embody. All it takes is commitment. All it takes is persistence. All it takes is showing up every day, ready to train your greatest muscle, your mind. Chapter 5, The Silent Strength, Becoming Unbreakable. There is a kind of strength that the world rarely sees. It is not loud. It does not boast. It does not demand recognition. It is silent. It is a strength that gets up before dawn, even when motivation has vanished. It is a strength that faces adversity with calm eyes, even when the world expects despair. It is the strength that continues forward, long after others have given up. This is the unbreakable mind. The mind trained like an athlete, hardened by struggle, pressure, and persistence. The mind that refuses to be shaken, even in life's fiercest storms. Inner power over external circumstances. External circumstances are unpredictable. Life is messy. People disappoint you. Plans fail. Pain arrives without warning. But the mentally tough understand this. External chaos cannot control internal strength. Athletes know this intuitively. A champion's mindset does not depend on easy wins or supporter crowds. It thrives in adversity. It grows in challenge. It shines brightest when everything seems lost. Your mind can do the same. You can cultivate a strength that cannot be shaken, a calm amidst the storm, a resilience that endures beyond pain and fear. The daily practice of strength, silent strength, is not discovered in a single heroic act. It is built daily in small choices, waking up and taking responsibility, even when tired, facing difficult conversations instead of avoiding them, practicing patience when life tests your limits, staying disciplined when motivation fades, choosing action over doubt. Each small act, each choice, adds to the reservoir of unbreakable strength within you. Embracing solitude and reflection. The mind grows strongest in moments of solitude. It is in quiet reflection that you understand your limits, your fears, your hidden potential. Athletes meditate on their performances. They analyze victories and defeats alike. They sit in silence and prepare their mind for the challenges ahead. You can do the same. Embrace solitude as a training ground. Let reflection sharpen your purpose. And let self-awareness become your secret weapon, the courage to continue. Mental toughness is inseparable from courage, not the kind of courage that seeks glory, but the quiet courage that keeps going, even when no one is watching. It is courage to try again after failure, courage to take risks when the outcome is uncertain, courage to stand tall in your own truth, regardless of opposition. This courage becomes your foundation. It builds confidence. It builds clarity. It builds an inner fortress that nothing can breach. The legacy of mental toughness. Silent strength is not just for personal achievement. It radiates outward. It inspires others. It transforms communities, families, and teams. When you cultivate unbreakable mental strength, you teach others by example. You show that fear can be faced, that struggle can be overcome, and that the human mind is capable of extraordinary resilience. You become not just a survivor of life, but a master of it. Chapter 5 takeaway. Becoming unbreakable is not a destination. It is a journey. It is a result of years of struggle, discipline, reflection, and courage. Your mind is your greatest weapon. Your thoughts shape your actions. Your choices determine your destiny. Train your mind like an athlete trains their body. Endure pain. Embrace pressure. Persist through struggle. And cultivate the silent strength that will carry you through life's storms. Because the world may not notice your quiet determination, but it is in that silence where true power lives. Thank you, dear listener, for joining us on this journey into the mind, a journey through struggle, pressure, and the quiet power that lives within you. Remember, mental toughness is not built in a single day. It is forged in moments of challenge, shaped by persistence, and strengthened by the choices you make every day. If this story inspired you, if it awakened the strength inside, make sure to subscribe to The Storyteller so you never miss a journey into courage, wisdom, and human potential. Hit the bell icon to stay connected, and share this story with someone who needs a reminder that they are stronger than they think. Until next time, keep training your mind, keep embracing the struggle, and keep walking the path of silent strength. This is a storyteller, where every story empowers your mind and every word fuels your soul.